Good morning and welcome to Williams Dog Training Company. We're here this morning with Fred and Norman, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today is Norman's ability to understand and respond to his obedience commands, the corrections and motivations that we give him while we're working with him, and the training equipment that we're using. Fred is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of that leash folded neatly in his right hand, leaving his left hand free to give the correction. The correction that we give is a tug and let go on the training collar, which is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Norman's been fitted with his own personal training collar, and we'll show you how to properly use this during your one-on-one lesson. As you can see, Norman is seated very nicely on Fred's left, which is where all our obedience training is done. The first exercise they're going to demonstrate is heeling. Heeling is proper walking on a leash. Fred and Norman are going to take off doing that now. The command is Norman heel. We've also incorporated into this heeling exercise an automatic sit, so anytime Fred stops his feet, as he is right there, Norman sits. Very nice. It's important during the heeling that Norman walks at your pace. He shouldn't pull ahead or lag behind. If he does, you want to say no, heel, and give him a slight little correction, just to keep him at your pace. There's another automatic sit there. Now the next exercise we're going to demonstrate is the stay command. The stay is a hand and voice command. Fred's going to use the open flat of his left palm about an inch or so from Norman's muzzle and the one-word command to stay.
Stay.
He'll then walk out to the end of the training leash. It's a great exercise to help build Norman's self-control and maturity. You can start at a lower increment of about a minute and build your way up to about 3 minutes. When Fred returns back to Norman, he's going to walk all the way around him, providing an added distraction as he goes behind him, and right back into heel position on the left-hand side. Norman remains in the sit throughout the entire exercise. He's given a little praise, and they're off heeling again. We're going to demonstrate some more of the heeling, the sitting, and the staying for you. And Fred's going to give him the stay again, and walk out to the end of the training leash. And this time, instead of returning back to Norman, he's going to demonstrate the recall or the come command. He calls Norman in using his name and a nice voice. Norman comes in, sits in front of Fred. And then we have an exercise called the finish, where Norman will heel himself right back around Fred and to the left-hand side heel position. Very nice. We'll demonstrate it one more time. Leave him in the sit stay, and out to the end of the training leash. Call him into you. He comes in, sits in front, and now he'll perform the finish again by walking around the back of Fred and right back to that left-hand side heel position. A little praise, and they're off heeling again. It's a good time to remind you should practice all of your commands. You can practice them both inside and outside your home, and incorporate them into your daily routine about 15 to 20 minutes a day, just to keep all the commands fresh in Norman's mind. And we're going to practice our down commands. The first one will be down from a heel position. Fred's going to use the open flat of his left palm straight down towards the ground and the one-word firm command to down. He'll then give him a stay and walk out to the end of the training leash. It's another great exercise to practice. You can start at a low increment of about 3 minutes and work your way up to 5 to help build that self-control and maturity. When Fred returns back to Norman, he's going to walk all the way around him as he did on the sit stay, providing the added distraction as he goes behind. Norman stays in the down the whole time, and they're off heeling again. Excellent job. We will demonstrate the down for you again. Gives him the down and a stay, and out to the end of the training leash again. And this time he'll demonstrate that recall or the come command as opposed to returning back to him. Call him by his name in a nice voice. and he should come in and sit nicely in front of you. And then he'll perform the finish again by heeling around the back of Fred and right back to that left-hand side heel position. We'll give them a second to get lined up for our final command. It's very important to follow through with your commands. Norman's been doing everything very nicely. But if you give him a command and he does not respond, the first word out of your mouth should be no, followed by a correction, and then repeat the command. This will be the down from a distance. Fred's going to leave Norman in a sit-stay and walk out to the end of the training leash. This is the only time you use your right hand to give the command, and Fred will drop Norman into a down from the end of the training leash. He'll then return back to him again by walking all the way around and back into heel position. Good job. Alright, we've demonstrated for you the obedience commands that Norman has learned here at school. It's been a pleasure working with Norman, and thank you again for choosing Williams Dog Training Company as your personal dog trainer.